Hello, everyone. It's been a little while. Shows you where my mental state has been. It is Thursday, December 19th, 2024. Wow, December 19th. Kind of blows me away. This month is going fast. Almost a year and almost a new year. That's very exciting. So, let's see. I think I'm going to title this The Food Crazies Are Back. Unfortunately, you know, people are using that weight loss medication, Ozempic, and those sorts of things nowadays. And I really understand why people would do that. I really do. And when people talk about food noise, yeah, that's the story of my entire life. Food noise. You know, I'm always thinking about food and what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to eat next. And I think my whole family's like that. So I don't know if I learned it or it's just how our bodies are built. I feel like it's like in my physiology is how I feel. I don't know if that's true. But anyway, I am not taking Ozempic. Doing things the natural, non-medication way for now anyway. I'm never going to say never about anything in my life anymore. I got to fix my light because I used to say never when I was younger. But, you know, as I get older, a lot of things in life just happen or change or my experience changes. And turns out when I used to say never, you never know. So anyway, I'm not going to say never about almost anything anymore. So anyway, so I was started off really well that first week and a half or so back on my food plan. A few things happened. One is I got really hungry. I lost 5 pounds like super fast. And I know that's not sustainable. Then the weight on the scale stalled, which emotionally plays with me, my head, psychologically and emotionally. And I got really hungry and I signed up for a free coaching consult with a different person just so I could get some more help and support on my journey. And it turned out to be quite a disaster for me psychologically and emotionally. Like I told her about, did I tell you this story? Sort of my calorie range that I tend to go in with my food plan. And she was like, no, that's not going to work. I'm like, yeah, I know. I know that's not going to work, but um, it's what has worked. But but she was rather upfront, which is good, and harsh, which is bad because I'm very sensitive. And I was already telling her about my traumatic history with coaches and weight roller coasters and eating and the scale. And so it was not good for me psychologically either. The harshness factor. What else? Oh, I was kind of interested in the guy and he was not responding. He was very unavailable. So that kind of, I was hungry. So anyway, ended up eating after that coaching call. I was hungry. I was going to have more food anyway because I was really hungry. And I had lost enough for the week. So, but that has been, that kind of triggered me into like a binging pattern the last few days. So I didn't even get on the scale the last few days because why bother? And I didn't take pictures because why bother? But I learned a lot. One was when I'm hungry, what I'm thinking is I can have a refeed at this point, and I need to just make it a meal. Like whether I get something in a restaurant or something, like I go out and get snacks, and of course I think a little snack here and a little snack there doesn't add up, but it adds up. Calorie wise, it adds up financially too. So I get different things, and this time I got some different things, and None of it was satisfying. One thing tasted right. I want this certain taste to go along with my binge. So nothing was going right. And usually I find something I like. So that was very disappointing. My body was not happy with the weird snacks that I tried. And I ended up purchasing stuff, throwing it away, purchasing stuff, throwing it away. So it's a waste of money, but I learned that I could throw things away many years ago with a different coach, which was really freeing because I don't like the idea of throwing away food because people are starving in other countries and in this country. So I never liked that, but I learned that it's okay in my case to just get it out. So it turns out, it's such a waste of money. I buy very expensive snacks and I could buy a meal. So like a meal is $30 now, which seems very expensive, but I'm sure I throw out snacks or eat things I don't like that end up costing much more than that. So if I'm hungry, it's time for a refeed. That's number one. And if I'm going to refeed, I might as well get myself a meal. That's number two. Because my current coach taught me that a refeed is really helpful, like a meal, like something that you actually order in a restaurant. Like that works. So then you have your body's and metabolism something to feed on for the rest of the time instead of on my own muscle. I don't want to eat my own muscle as I go. So if I'm hungry, have a refeed. If I have a refeed, have a meal. That's what I'm learning. My food plan, I feel great. I feel great. I have great success, and I don't get triggered with cravings because I found out what to eat that really works for me. So trying to figure this out still after all these years. It's funny, I've been in the bodybuilding world practice since 2008. Really was my first exposure of starting on my journey. And I'm still learning all the time, like every day. It's really a difficult sport. It's very there's no one answer for any person, and there's no one answer for any day or any any year, any prep, any peak. So I'd really felt bad again, which is not helpful, about overeating. And then this morning pops up on my screen, my email, I think, is like from the cloud, Verizon Cloud, memories from today, which I don't look at all that often because they're every day, and who wants to look at everything every day? So I clicked on it, and what I found was my very first photo that I took of myself at the very beginning of my weight loss, belly fat loss journey last year at this time. So I had committed for a New Year's resolution to lose my belly fat so that I could be healthy for the rest of my life. And at some point I took photos and I had forgotten what I looked like back then a year ago. In my mind, I just sort of pictured my current self with a little more smoothness. Oh, I was shocked. Um, I would post it on here, but I really don't want the picture to go around the rest of the world. But because silly me, I had a sports bra on and I only had my underwear on, which was really dumb because you can't share pictures in your underwear. Like that's not pleasing. Like I should have put on a swimsuit, but I was in the mood. I just spontaneous. So at least I wasn't naked. That's a good thing. So I looked at that picture. Oh, I was shocked. I was really, really heavy, large. I was 165 pounds when I started, and that's like 40 pounds ago or so. And then, like, I was like, I'm I was happy with my weight because I had been 195 pounds at my highest weight years ago, but so 100 and, 80, 175, at times. So 165 was on the low side for me. And I was like, well, this is good. This isn't too far from like 150. It's not too bad, good at 150. Wow, I did not realize how large that is for me until I compare it with now. So it really reshook my crazy brain. It's like, wow, I have come a long way. I love my new physique. I love my new physique. I love body. I love the capability of my body. I love my new fitness. I didn't think I'd ever be able to get fit again, so I could like work out all the time and do all kinds of fit stuff and get fast in running instead of slower and slower and slower. I had no idea. And I love being able to use my body and it being so active and sporty and fit. It's unbelievable. At 61 years old, I had no idea. Last year, I was 60. Was I? Yes, 60 years old. I really had no idea. I was like, this is the end. It's all downhill from here. There's no way I'm ever getting fit again, but I could lose belly fat. That's what I thought. Oh, I lost my belly fat. I got even more fit. Unbelievable. So it really helped me re adjust. There's another word, kind of a astronomical, astronomy word, where you put the planet back on its axis. My head, that I have come a long way and I have achieved a great thing and I really love where my body's at. And just because the scale goes up a few pounds and down a few pounds doesn't change my current physique that I really enjoy. I really enjoy. So keep things in perspective. It's very hard to do. Do you guys relate? Any other people out there relate? The scale drives me crazy. Weight drives me crazy. The photos drive me crazy unless I have something to compare it to. So, wow. I'm super happy I saw that this morning so I can get some sanity back from my insane brain and enjoy the rest of this year instead of feel bad about myself. My goal is also to feel great and so happy and proud and excited about where I'm at the end of this year. And if I overeat and do that, I feel terrible about myself. So I didn't want to end the year experiencing that either. So this is great. It allows me today's the 19th. Yeah, almost 2 weeks more. New Year's is one day less than 2 weeks. So it allows me to reconfigure where I'm at and reestablish a more realistic and exciting point of view and celebrate and enjoy my accomplishments and celebrate my accomplishments because that's been my goal over the last few months, quite a few months, is to enjoy and celebrate what I've accomplished. Because rather than put myself down or say it's not enough or, not acknowledge, I'm so excited to be fit and healthy and happy and be able to use my body. Oh, it's so exciting. So, updates on my back. So, I had pulled a back muscle quite a few weeks ago. Devastating, debilitating, devastating. I could hardly function. It was horrible and traumatic. And now I have a lot more empathy about people with bad backs. Oh my gosh. Haven't experienced back problems really in my life. Knock on wood. Thank God. This was horrific. So I have a lot more empathy now, but It took a couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, maybe three. I think this is the third week after. And finally, this morning, I went to the gym and I felt 99.9% whole, healthy, and healed. So I was like, oh my God, I feel able to work out. I feel able to do anything I want here. I feel no pain. I was like, oh my God, my back is healed. But, I still want to be careful. So I'm still careful. And the only bothered my back, which this exercise has always bothered me, is good mornings with a bar on my shoulders and then you bend over. That specific exercise has always bothered me. Like, first of all, I don't feel it's helpful, and second of all, it's always been painful and uncomfortable and awkward. And I did it, and then until I felt like this hurts, like my back again, so I stopped. But yeah, I shouldn't have even done them because it was not good for my back. So, but then I was like, oh, I don't want to jeopardize now. That was not a good thing to do. So, but I could do the rest of my workout, and that included walking lunges with dumbbells, jumping lunges, jumping squats, which I would not do with a hurt back. Um, I was able to do everything else for the first time in like 3 weeks, and so relieved. And I was on the incline treadmill for 20 minutes, no pain. This is my norm, and I learned through this to be really grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Anything we can do and is our norm, it's so important to be grateful. Everybody is different, but we are all grateful for what we can do. There's plenty we can't do, but there's plenty we can do, and you know what is normal for you. So wonderful. So once again, I've been reminded to be extremely grateful. And what else happened? Yesterday, the power went out. It was super stormy. We had another winter cyclone event, and which is a lot of wind, a lot of rain. And my power went out 5:30 in the morning, about 5:20 in the morning yesterday. And I was like, oh boy, life without electricity is not so fun. I kept trying to turn on lights, nothing happened. So, goodness, I've been, have some preparation. I have flashlights. I have little pop lights I put in my wall. So it was weird. And then I was like in this crazy food crazy stage. So I was driving around getting snacks too to make sure I had, even though I had all my food prep foods, I wanted snacks. So I was driving around for those. So it was pretty crazy. The power did come back on at 10:30 in the morning, so that was really great. And the other great news is that I had woken up super early that morning, so I had already taken a shower, done laundry, gone to the gym, done everything. So thank goodness, I vacuumed already, so I didn't need anything major except lights and heat if it got cold, but it was also warm, so it worked out. Thank goodness. We got the power back. Thank goodness I did. Not all my neighbors did. So I'm really grateful for power and electricity, and everything I have in my life is just amazing. So I have lots of lessons this year on gratitude. I want to write more about that and post more about that. This has been my year. I've called it my prep when I was prepping for all those competitions, my prep of gratitude, my year of prep of gratitude, because I never thought I could compete again. So every time I was grateful for just being able to do bodybuilding again. So it's been a real year of gratitude. And I'm grateful my back is now healed. I'm grateful for so much, for everything. So that's a good reminder. And it's the end of the year, so it's my New Year's time to think about the year passed and the next year and next year's goals and life moving forward and my goals, my visions, what I want. Exciting. I love New Year's. Fresh start always make me happy. So there's New Year's coming up. There's looking back on this year, and there's celebrating instead of being in my shame spiral. I hate that. It is intense. It is intense. And obviously, I still struggle and work to overcome that every day. Another piece of news. Okay, so in my goal of enjoying my accomplishments that I've had this year with transforming myself and my body, um, it's to enjoy my transformation. And I grew up taking dance classes, and I wanted to be a dancer and a singer and a veterinarian and all kinds of stuff, marine biologist, all kinds of stuff. But I loved dance. And as an adult, I really have not consistently been involved in dance, even though I love it at all. So last week, I took my first adult dance class in years and 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 years. And one of the things that have motivated me is pulling this back muscle, because I know it's from not stretching anymore in the mornings, and my muscles were so tight. I could feel them just be so tight. And then my chiropractor said that this shows I need to work on my core, which really surprised me, because I'm like, abs all the time. He's like, no, abs are not the same as core. So I started working on my core and flexibility again, which is a great thing for me to do. And part of that flexibility was, well, go to a dance class that can work on core and flexibility and dance and enjoy and celebrate my new physique. And so I went and I found a class that works for my schedule, which is a daytime class, which works for me, and in my day off. And I took my first. Well, first I took a barre class, BARRE. My first barre class, which was not what I thought, but I felt fantastic the next day. And then 2 days later, I took my first adult ballet class, which was not as good as I had hoped either, but there I was. I looked in the mirror, and there I was in my new physique taking a ballet class. Unbelievable. So this week, yesterday would have been going to the barre class. I kind of skipped it. A good excuse. Power is out. I was running around trying to find food. I was eating. I mean, ridiculous, but tomorrow I'm going back to the ballet class, and then there's going to be a winter break, and then I'm going to go back in January and try some different dance classes in the area. So I'm excited about that. So I want to continue that journey of celebrating and using my body in ways that make me so happy and my body happy, and just enrich my life and the rest of my life. So I'm super excited about that. And I wouldn't have done it if I hadn't been able to transform my physique, which was my original goal last year. So, okay. So these are good things. It's hard to make videos when I'm struggling mentally. I mean, so I just let you know afterwards when I'm back in the upswing most of the time. Sometimes I make a video when I'm struggling, but it's very embarrassing, and I'm in a shame spiral, so it's very hard to speak these things out loud in the midst of that. So, back on track and excited. I've been running, and I've stuck with that. I've stuck with the gym, so all that's good. My strength is coming back in the gym. which is amazing. And Saturday is a White Elephant 5 mile fun race for a gift exchange, which is every year. So it's not going to be pouring. So Ginger will want to run with me. And that's going to be fun to do again, sort of 5 miles. It's a hard route, but I do it every year. So that's great. Today I'm going for a walk with a friend and maybe some other errands, but that's where I'm at today. I hope you guys are well. It's almost the end of the year. Leave questions if you have below, and I will see you soon. Bye.